Hi.
Hey, Philip,
I still haven't sorted out my studio, sorry.
that's all right. That's all right. It's a bit chilly to be out there, isn't it? Or
I'm
what's it
not, I
like?
know I'm in my house.
Does it get
I'm in the
cold in your
house.
studio?
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous. Nearly
Yeah,
freezing. I don't have, yeah, it's about, unless I put the heating on, but I try not to because it's expensive.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's
What have
about,
you?
I've got a little, well, I've got underfloor heating, right? I set that at 5 degrees.
Oh, yeah,
So it'll come on, so it won't go to freezing. It'll keep it at 5.
right.
It doesn't take, and then I've just got a little heater, a convection heater,
Yeah,
and I put
yeah,
that on for about half an hour, and it's quite warm in there then.
right. But yeah, you don't want to go out there doing that, do you?
Uh,
No. My little box is working quite nicely. I'm able to work in it, quite well, even though it's
but
cold
you outside
outside.
in your garden then now? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So have you
yeah.
got a heater?
I've got three. So,
Excellent.
but I hate using heaters because of you know, the
Yeah,
the the energy. But I feel much better because at least this is, it's really well insulated. So if I
yeah.
put the heater on, it just ticks over. I've got a little meter, electric meter, and I can see how many kilowatt hours I use.
Okay.
And I think it's 2.5 kilowatt hours in an 8-hour day I get
Right.
through, which it's
80p or something?
it's a hell of a lot less. What I didn't like before, when I didn't have the insulated room, was you could feel the heat rushing past you and just
Yeah,
disappearing.
yeah,
Like it was like a a flow, a wind, a warm
yeah.
wind, and that was awful to feel like
Uh,
you were just pissing it away.
uh,
But yeah, no, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. So happy New Year, mate.
Happy New Year.
Did you have a
Very
good
good.
one?
Yeah, no, it was all right actually.
Yeah,
It was sort of, yeah, we had a nice. I mean, it was just me and Rosa, and we had a nice Christmas and had a bit of zooming, sitting at the table with my dad and brother on Zoom,
oh
which was
yeah,
quite fun.
yeah, yeah,
And then New Year was just me and Rosa again. Can't remember. And then I think, did we Zoom? I can't remember. But yeah, it's all right. It was all kind of quite jolly, really. What about you?
we the last 10 years, maybe, I'm not sure, we've stayed at home over Christmas and not really gone out and done anything.
Uh,
So this was pretty much more of the same.
yeah,
uh we had a lovely time, and I was back at work on Monday, a little
yeah,
bit blue, but it's great being back with the girls and guys at work. So
yeah,
not too bad. Yeah, we did a two Zooms, one for Sal's family and one
yeah,
for my family,
yeah,
and they were awkward to start off with, you
yeah,
know, but I really enjoyed them. I got a
yeah,
lot out of them
yeah,
myself, and when they were over, I was kind of felt a bit sad,
yeah,
sort of like. So that they did as good a job as you could in providing that, emotional
yeah,
contact, I thought.
exactly, yeah. No, I
Yeah,
think it's good with less people. I think they're quite hard with lots of people.
yeah, yeah,
It's much easier. We had a games night with, so it's Rose and me, Leslie and Charlie, and
yeah,
we played Boulder Dash
yeah,
and texted. So if I was the
yeah,
leader, everyone texted me their thing. It was really fun. 3 hours
yeah,
we were on, and it's
yeah,
really worked.
yeah.
Get the
Well,
right game and the right setup, it kind of works all right.
yeah, I mean that's what we did with our time, because we had like uh, four different houses, and each house had four different people in. So it was just carnage trying to talk. So we
Yeah,
just played different games,
yeah,
and once people got the
yeah,
hang of it, I thought it was really engaging and entertaining. Yeah,
yeah,
and I think
yeah,
even the kids who started off being a bit, yeah, right, this is a bit embarrassing, and it was, don't get me wrong, it was awkward and embarrassing, but by the end, you know felt like everyone was engaged in it, and
Yeah, exactly.
sad to see it go in a way. So
yeah. Now we're back in the same old boat again.
Yes, back in that boat.
It's bloody grim though this time. Christ, I didn't think it could get worse.
It's definitely, yeah.
Over
You thought it was
1,000
bad.
today. We had 2 days of over 1,000 dead. Jesus. Yeah.
It's almost like something from a bad BBC Two drama. This Zoom meeting. Yeah, 1,000 dead. It's looking really bad. Our neighbour. I think our neighbour's got it. It's it's just like feels like it's everywhere, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It really does.
It's very dangerous at the moment. You've got to keep as safe as you can.
Yeah. I'm glad you're saying that. That's exactly what we're feeling. We're feeling.
I haven't really done anything anyway. The whole time I've not. I sort of did predict. I was worried that after Christmas it would be horrible.
Yeah.
I think they just took the foot off the gas. I think it should have been really strict over the summer. Everything should have been kept really strict. So it's gone. It's almost gone. Off you go to Spain.
No, but I don't know. It's all down to the vaccine, though, isn't it? There's no point trying to get rid of it in September if we haven't got a vaccine.
No, exactly.
So
but it's got really bad though, because the countries that are doing the best seem to be like Asian countries who have been much harder. I mean, we haven't even stopped. We're not even checking people coming in still.
No, I know. No.
And in Australia, when you arrive, it's a monitored quarantine.
Yeah.
There's someone sitting outside your bloody door.
Yeah. Yeah. No, and they were partying on New Year's Eve. They're able to.
Summer there, which is different, but I don't know. When my cousin went to China, this was at the height of it. He had a test when he got there, was escorted to a hotel until it was confirmed negative. Then he was driven to his accommodation, and an alarm was put on his door. For 2 weeks, he couldn't even leave the house.
Yeah.
And if he did, he would have been put in prison. It might seem, but that's what you have to do, I think.
Yeah. Well, that is definitely. Well, no, that is definitely one way of doing it. Yeah. I like that way personally. I like it.
I'm just so bored of this. I'd rather hard and fast, boom, done, rather than let's have a few exemptions. Everyone do what they want, and now look where we are. Great.
That's the British way, though, Phil. Sort of a middling mess.
Yeah, anyway, let's not talk about COVID. It's boring.
No, let's move on from that. How's the feedback from the album been going?
It's all right. Well, I haven't really had any, to be honest. I got shut down on Instagram, which was a bit bizarre.
Wow.
I know. I didn't do anything. I went on my account, tried to like something, and it just said, you've been barred you've broken the terms and conditions. I hadn't done anything. So, but earlier I'd been told someone had hacked my account or there was suspicious activity. So I had to change my password. So I did. And I went online. It just said that they can make mistakes. They can get it wrong. That they've missed. Because I hardly.
But is it a business account?
No.
Oh, well, you have broken their terms then, because you're advertising your product on a personal account.
Am I?
Well, I think it's very easy to switch your Instagram account to a business account.
Well, they didn't tell me. They just said they didn't tell me what conditions. Anyway, I complained. I wrote to them saying, "Look, can you tell me what I'm supposed to have done?"
Yeah.
Anyway, they put it back. It's all right now. I'm back on.
All right.
So.
But you still don't know. You don't know what you did wrong, or even if you did do something wrong.
No, and I went online. It said it's quite common if you put Instagram have stopped me liking people, because I could still post.
Right.
They said it's either some you've been liking inappropriately, you know, like, which I haven't been,
Yeah.
or a bot, some sort of bot has got in and just been. But I thought if it was on my account, surely I'd see that. There's
Yeah,
no,
surely. Yeah, you'd see hundreds of likes.
yeah. So I don't know.
Oh, Phil, it's a glimpse into the future, isn't it? When you've got the automated, approval system, all digital, and there's a glitch in the. It's like Brazil, isn't it? Do you remember that movie,
Yeah, yeah,
Brazil?
yeah.
He's a plumber, isn't he? And then he gets marked down as being a hitman or something,
All
and
right, yeah.
they all start coming after him, and he's like, no, it's just he's got
Yeah.
goes into this horrible nightmare.
Yeah, I
That's
don't know what. I mean, it just said the best thing to do is don't do anything on your account for a few days and it'll start
right.
working again. So I didn't. Not that I do anything on my account anyway. I've only posted
No,
that. I mean, that's what's so ridiculous. I hardly bloody use it.
no.
Anyway, if it happens again, I'm leaving. Sod it. That's why I left Facebook. It's why it's just they're always the same. I don't know why with me. Whether I don't know why I seem to get hacked or stuff. I have no idea.
Oh, it's so valuable. That Tim Potts brand.
I see.
Everybody wants a piece of that. You know it. You know it. Yeah. Here's something that I am doing that I wanted to mention to you.
Right.
Your very good friend of mine, John Petter, is running a deep listening 6-week course from Friday.
Oh, okay.
Online, hour and a half from 6 p.m. on Friday for 6 weeks.
And what's deep listening?
Deep listening. Well, I need to send you the stuff, but it is it's a whole, it's a bit like mindfulness. Seemingly, I've just read a few bits. It's a bit like mindfulness. It's a bit like meditation. It's a bit like paying attention, but really being a bit like being in the moment. It's all about really paying attention to the noises and the sounds that are going on about you and experiencing it. And I think I read a book, a Buddhist book, which seemed to be getting at the same thing, about if you can be truly in the moment, then there is not much more you need to do.
No, yeah, that is the Buddhist thing. Yeah, that's the way.
So I've signed up and I'm going to give it a go.
Right.
It's going to be done over Zoom as well, so that will be interesting to see.
Yeah, how that works.
Oh.
Well, I'm not sure. I always find I'm already doing quite a lot. You see, I don't know if I can take any. I already do mindfulness course. And I'm doing Welsh.
Oh, how's the Welsh going?
That's great.
Diane,
Diane, diolch. I'm doing quite well. Do it every day.
Yeah.
And
what was the software you were using?
Duolingo. It's the app. It's very good.
Yeah.
Rose is learning French.
Yeah.
But she can already speak quite good French, so she's gone quite high up. It's very good. It sort of gamifies it. It's free. I mean, you get adverts, so if I pay, it won't be. You get rid of the adverts, but I don't mind.
Yeah, that's fantastic, isn't it?
It's a very difficult language, Welsh, so I'm doing quite well. I can understand reading it much better than speaking it. It's very complicated speaking it.
Right.
It's quite difficult.
Yeah.
But I can say basic stuff. But it's all the past tenses, and there's different words for everything, as in different words for the same. There's 4 words for she, 4 words for he. different words for yes. There's no word for no.
Ah,
No is not
wow.
yes.
Wow.
And there's different ones. And yes, there's ois, kai, adu, udin, all different sorts of yeses. There's 4 versions of the. And there's different
Wow.
dialects and yeah, it's really hard. And the
Yeah.
numbers, God, there's different, depending on where the number is, there's different. So 3 is tree or dree or tear or, there's different 3s.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a
So
crazy language.
yeah, it's great. That's how I'm understanding it at the moment. I might be wrong. And there's no, there's all kinds of mutations, they're called. So different ways of writing it, depending on.
And do you get to practice with anybody?
No, well, yes, I've got. There's a couple I could ring up. I don't really get very far because they speak. Since they're speaking fast, it's like, because I can sort of go, I don't
Yeah.
know. It is cold in February, or
Yeah.
it's been snowing today, and so when they go, "Hi Phil, how are you doing?" Oh, say again. So
You need one-on-one time, don't you?
yeah,
Really?
a bit of and just being, but I understand a lot when I read it. I can understand a lot, and if I'm asked to translate something, writing it down,
Yeah.
Have they had a bath yet, or those kind of, I can go, right, have they had, because it's all quite weird where the words go.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm getting there.
Good. Did you get any Christmas presents?
Yeah, I got a few. I got a nice water bottle from Rosa.
Ah, yes.
I got some nice beeswax candles. A boot cleaner thing. It's really cool. Just a little tool that it was on Dragon's Den, actually.
Oh yeah.
Boot Buddy, I think it's called. It's great.
Right.
It's kind of just a little brush with a squirty thing. You hold in your hand and that's quite good.
What, clean your walking boots?
Yeah, walking boot, because it's really muddy out at the moment, so
yeah.
So it's quite good. Come back, give them a quick clean.
Yeah.
That's about it. I bought myself a bag for my TR8S.
Oh, how's that going?
Very well, no, but not well. I mean, not in the terms not well. It was going great, but I haven't used it for it because I've started work again and I'm kind of quite busy trying to get.
Are you?
Yeah, well, no, just busy. I've put 2 courses up, free teacher courses. I've already got 1 person signed up. That's fine. They're free. I'm just going to do about 6 a week.
Yeah.
The nature of ideas, I've got I'm just talking to teachers because I want to. I think it's a real opportunity to use this to change the way we teach. Or instead of just doing what you normally do, but doing it online, I think there's ways we can do stuff where you initiate it online, but then the child is kind of really absorbed offline rather than working like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So working like, okay, turn it off. And, So I'm trying, I'm doing courses about talking to teachers about what can you say to a child online using stuff in the room, stuff where they might be sitting, without looking at a screen, to sort of give them some inspiration, and then off they go. So that was good. But no, I'm loving the TR8S. I'm good at it now. I can pretty much do everything. I've worked it all out. My little notebook, and read the. Hang on, this thing. I'll just open it and show you the reference guide. Oh, I'm gonna have to share this for you, Dan. Oh, can you? Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, look at that. That's what you need. All the different information.
Gorgeous.
Pages and pages.
How long did it take you to find this book?
Oh, quite quickly, because I follow a pattern, Dan. I never bother. I don't like things when I first get them because nothing works, and then I complain. I write to people, and
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I go, oh, but it's always something that's written like there. You
Yeah.
know, little,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then you go, oh,
Yeah.
well, why didn't you put that right? Because that's what you want to do, sort of thing. I
Yeah.
can't remember what it was.
Yeah. I remember. No, it was that button, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That you needed to find.
Yeah, here we are. The changing the value of a knob or thing. That's what I wanted to do. And the control knobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, the control. Anyway, assigning a different function. There it is, right? And it
Yeah.
said, while holding down the controls there, press BD to RC button. And I just wasn't thinking. So I was pressing the pads, which I thought were buttons, because there are loads of things called BD. You've got a
Yeah.
BD pad. I'll show
Yeah.
you at the top here.
Yeah.
Where is it? Where's the diagram? Here. So these are buttons, and these are something else. And I was pressing these. So it was holding
Schoolboy error.
that and that, you see. But of course, I kept doing that, and of course, nothing was happening. And then, but it was happening, and then it was changing. And so, in the end, it was Rosa said, "Hang on, what about? Isn't that the button?" And it was like, "Oh yes." And then it said, but then I've since watched other video or YouTubes and stuff, and there's different ways as well. There's control shift, and you can and the reverb, the effects are a bit, I still can't get my head around, because you've got a master reverb, so the whole kit goes through the reverb, and you just think, well, you don't want the bass drum through the reverb, and you don't want the and so there must be a way of
affecting the send levels.
Well, switching the bass drum off, so only the bits of the kit you want. Anyway, you can, but it still doesn't quite make sense. You can set the control to send, but then if you set the control on the bass drum to another effect, it seems to automatically send it to the reverb as well. So that doesn't really work. So anyway, I'm still working on that one.
Good luck. Good luck. Yeah.
So
sounds like it's been
with it yet.
no.
No.
But it's good. You know, it's good that it's there for you when you need it. But at the moment, you don't need it. So you can get on with your.
Every morning, I think, right, I'm going to use it, and then I sort of get on with doing this and that and this and that. And because the studio is freezing, it's a bit sort of.
But I like something that it's worth, for me, that's worth its weight in gold. It's almost, because it gets you doing the other things. If you didn't have that sitting there, you would be looking at doing your schoolwork, and you'd be thinking, oh God. But because that's there, for some magical reason, it makes the rest of the stuff seem, oh well, I'll do a bit of that, and then I can do that, and that's it sits there at like the backstop, and it holds everything in place, and you chomp through the other things, knowing that that's there, and you can always do that, and you don't actually have to do that thing for it to be really valuable in your life.
True, it's true. Yeah, that's
true. Yeah.
Anyway, go on.
No, go on. I was just going to say most of my creative stuff is that kind of thing. Oh, if only I had the time. Then but I don't need to do it. I just need to know that I could do it.
I mean, I'm still at the stage though, Dan. I still need to update the operating system because so much of my studio doesn't work. And I can do it. I can do one more update, and it's just that risk. But it's so ridiculous. I can't really use anything. And the other day, Waves had a sale. Did you see? Waves had a sale.
What do you mean?
Abbey Road reverb plates, right?
Yeah.
They're gorgeous.
29.
They are 30 quid instead of 289 quid. So because I was on it like like shit off a stick, and of course I can't
run it.
None of them. Reverb plates, chambers. Oh, and my friend's got them. He said, "Oh God, Phil, they're amazing." I was like, "Great." But that would be a whole. That I can't ever get them because it's 10.14 and above. The highest I can get is 10.11.
Yeah, no, and that's a whole world of pain. I just spent 60 quid updating all of my waves just so that they worked. I didn't want
Yeah.
anything new. I just they were just faffing about because I had different versions, so I just updated them all.
A lot,
I
yeah.
updated the oh god, what are they called? Beginning with A, make all of the synths, all the you know Arturia.
Oh yeah.
I'd updated that all to version the latest version. Yeah, the latest version,
Oh
100
yeah. We had
quid for
enough
an
work.
update.
Yeah.
Brilliant. No, it's all working beautifully. Yeah,
Right.
it's incredible. It's incredible the breadth and depth of synths
Right.
they have in that.
Right.
Then the next week they released version 8.
Oh.
Yeah, with 3 new synths, brand new browser, yeah, updates to 2 of the plugins, and I'm like, I moaned to them,
Yeah.
going, oh, and they wrote back going, yeah, no, we gave it to you for 100 quid. That was a really good deal. You can update for another 100 quid or whatever, but we work our socks off making this stuff good, and if you don't
Yeah.
think it's good enough, then I'm really sorry. It made me feel really bad. So I was like, yeah, no, it's okay.
Well, I
I
know.
really
But
like
I
your
tell you,
stuff.
they could say this is. I mean, I just want to know because if I update to 11, because at the moment I can't. All my output instruments don't work. My contact player is really old.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I've got the amount of updates. There's a huge list of updates
yeah, yeah.
that I did do. By mistake, I did the contact plane. It was gorgeous, but didn't it just had a big no entry sign on it? So I had to then get
Well,
my old DVD one and
yeah,
reload that, which is really old because I can't get. So I had a newer one than that. So I had one, and then I went to the newest one. Now I've only
yeah,
gone right back,
yeah.
but nothing works now.
Got nothing. Well, I mean, I haven't even got my laptop, have I? That's still at Lenovo getting
Oh God,
repaired.
right,
They
yeah,
don't
good
know
luck.
when that's going to be fixed. I
I
can't
don't
run
know.
any of my plugins on my temporary laptop because of
No,
the iLock or whatever it is. So I'm not really making. I'm not, but that's fine. That's fine.
but what they're
You know,
saying
quite
to me,
happy.
if I look, I've updated on Time Machine on this my
Right.
studio. Presumably, if it just becomes a big paperweight, then if I got a new computer, I can put my studio. It's all on that, presumably, is it? I don't know. I don't know if that's how it works. But yeah, I
You
mean, it's
know it's
only
not going to work.
updating to El Capitan. It should be all right. And then once that's there, then I just update contact and that'll work. And then all my output will work.
Yeah, and off you go. Yeah.
Yeah. Or
Or
nothing will
get a
work.
new one. Yeah. What's best?
Well, no, I don't want to get a new one. I'm quite happy with mine. I'm not happy because quite a lot of it don't, the Logic works and Apollo works and everything works.
So if you back it all up and then if you do the update and it doesn't work, can you roll back?
No, not with the operating. You can't put. I don't think I can put. So I'm on whatever it is, 10.10. I know what it's called, whatever that one's
Right.
called. If I put 10.11 on, which is the last one I can do with my computer, it's the
Right.
last version that will work. That'll be it. And there's no reason that it should work. I mean, Logic is Logic, and then I can update Logic. You see, I can get the new Logic free because I'm still working on, and I don't mind. I like Logic as it is. I don't think I would update it. Every time I've updated before, I don't do anything, and it just starts up, and it all looks exactly the same. It's just got a new operating system.
Yeah.
That's what usually happens.
Usually.
Yeah.
Oh well, what's the worst that could happen?
Well, yeah, I just have a very expensive paperweight.
Yeah. And then what?
Well, then I'd have to. I don't know because I can't afford to splash out five odd grand on a new Apollo because I'd have to get a new computer, new Apollo.
Yeah.
I mean, my computer's 2009. It's done bloody well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Still going strong. I'm
Yeah.
very happy with it. I mean, obviously, I just can't bear the promises of, once you get the new Mac, the new Apollo, latency won't be bandwidth is no longer an issue. I can't bear the disappointment when I get my first flash up going. You can't.
You've exceeded the capabilities of your machine.
Exactly like my last one. I just can't bear the disappointment of that. There's one reverb that I can't ever use, the lexicon, because every time I try and use it, everything just crashes. With all the new setup going, okay, here we go. I just can't bear it if it crashes. I'll just be like, great. Even though they guarantee.
So are you going to do it? Are you going to hit the upgrade, the update button?
Well, I think I have to. I don't think I've got a choice. I either just carry on and don't use output strings, output rev, output signal, portal, all the output stuff, and then lots of contact stuff, and machine isn't quite fully baked. But Iris works, my new synth, and I've got lots of new things that do work. So
yeah. Is that situation better than not having any machine? Because if it stops working and you've got a paperweight, but you can't afford a new one, what are you going to be? Well, then you could use your
2R8S to become a DJ.
And your iPad. Put GarageBand on your iPad and off you go.
Yeah.
Maybe that kind of limitation would be empowering.
Yeah, I'm sure it would work, Dan. Anyway, so I want to talk about this.
Hey!
It's very good. I haven't finished it yet. Where am I? I'm about halfway through.
Okay.
Very easy read. It's very sort of, easy to yeah, it's good.
Oh, fantastic. I think after about halfway, it goes into this enjoyable productivity thing, which is just sort of like a whole different section of the book. So you've really read it there.
I see. Capture ideas.
Oh, it's a whole process. Yeah, for
a lot of your big magic.
Yes.
You talk about. Where is it?
Yes.
I've got it. Anyway, it's somewhere in here. I'll read it.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, it was given to me. I don't know where it is. It's given to me by a teacher in Holland. It's really sweet. She gave it to me, and I had it out the other day. Hang on, 2 seconds. It's definitely in here somewhere. I'll put it. Oh, well. Anyway, just saying, keep the magic alive, read page, whatever it is. It's great. I love Big Magic. It's great. It's very, very inspiring book.
Really inspiring. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
So, I did spend eternity sweet. Yeah, I love the ether. She said something about they're entities, that they only have one purpose. To be what's the word she used? That they're flying around, but they need to be something. I can't remember the word she used. I use it in my talk.
That's it. Yeah,
flying around.
I love that. Yeah. And all you've got to do is be open to hearing.
They are living creatures. She says we have plants, animals, and they are actually living.
And ideas. Yeah. I love that.
Manifest. That's it.
Manifest.
Ideas have to be made manifest. They have to be made real. And they can only do that through the portal of human minds.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. And that's really our job, is to make them concrete. Is to make them, turn them into physical manifestations. And we can do that. And that's that is creativity, isn't it? That's what that is. All it is. It's not magic. It's just taking those things and turning and having the persistence to turn them into something physical and not let them slip through your grasp and drift off somewhere else.
So someone else finds it.
Yeah, because when I think of what you do, Phil, you are a master at actually producing stuff. you know, getting stuff out there. And I know other people who are, you know, very talented too, but they don't, it doesn't, you know, it doesn't come out. There's, you know, there's a blockage in there. And so
fear, isn't it? Fear a lot of times, sort of that
resistance,
I think. You know, fear, a very broad term, but that it stops me, it stops all of us, you know, or if you're not ready to do it, you know, don't feel confident, and then sometimes you just think, oh, I'll go for it. I know it's very what did I read? I mean, it's interesting your thing about happiness. We'll have to discuss that another time, because I sort of agree and I sort of disagree. Not disagree, that's too strong a term, but it was interesting. It made me think, which is what I think you want.
Yes. I'm a bit militant on that. I think I've softened a bit.
I kind of agree. I know what you're saying, because happiness is a very broad term. I agree that,
it's that make me happy, isn't it? You know, that thought that something can make you happy, and I just don't think that's true, you know.
And I don't think, but there's also in the that other people don't make you sad either, and that's quite hard to get your head around. It's quite hard to get your head around, because if someone calls you a nasty name, it's really hard to go. It's a meditation thing, and I still struggle. I do a lot of list. I read a lot about it, and I still haven't quite got my head around it. It's quite hard, because you think, well, hang on, if they say something nasty, but it is a choice, because you can choose.
Absolutely.
It's very hard if someone says something nasty. And you know,
you feel like that is the reason that you are now feeling shit. But no, not. It's your choice.
It's a difficult one to get around, but you know,
it is, especially all conditioning that we have, you know, been put through all our lives. So
this is and I agree. You know, that fallacy that other people will make you happy, because then you get the if only. You know, if only I had this. Only that
then I would be
was like this. Then I'd be like this. And you hear people, you know, saying, if only I was different. You just think, what, you want to be someone you're not? It's insanity, you know. To make you happy, I want to be someone else. It's very that's quite but it's very much with relationships, isn't it? If I'd been like this, it would have been bliss.
Yes.
But you're not like that, because you. So if only I was someone else. So that's why she's left you, because you're not someone, you know, she's looking for someone else who isn't you. So be happy.
You're absolutely right. If you have been someone else, then
it's
she
very
would have
easy
stayed.
to think that in yourself. Definitely.
If
only I've been this other person, but that makes no sense, because especially in the past, because you were who you were. You can't. So it's quite interesting.
It is, and you've got to be careful with the words you use, because, or rather, you should pay attention to the words that people use, because they can be very revealing. You know, we use things like "make me happy," you know, so casually, but if we actually look at the words, they sort of fall apart. You know, they describe something that you don't realize you're asking for. You know.
But I do it with children. I call it the if only mind, though, because it's really, you know, so I say to children, for spelling is the classic. If only I could spell, I would then feel that. So what you focus on is the problem, not it's particularly spelling. If only I could spell, then everything in school will be fine.
Right.
You know, and you just say, well, not necessarily. You know, and that sort of, you know, and then you go into comparative. If only I could spell like so and so. So everything becomes. I find it quite damaging. I do this whole diagram with them and sort of pointing out that, and of course then Facebook and all that just fuels the fire of comparative. You know, if only and so that's why everyone on Facebook tries to look happy. That's a bit of a broad statement, but you know, the classic selfie of, look at me, when as soon as the camera's off, they're weeping into their pillow. But it's just saying, look at me. So that other people go, if only I was happy like them.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't give a holistic picture of somebody, does it? Social media, that's for sure.
Yeah.
No.
So anyway, yeah, it's great, Dan. Well done. I mean, it's very,
I'm surprised how thick it is, when it's actually been produced into a physical.
I mean, presumably you felt it. You've got one.
Well, one came yesterday. Yeah. So
I mean,
yeah.
I'm interested in, one, just as a physical, because I'm writing the Right Inspired book, and I just think, God, you've done it.
Yeah, I know.
So I'd be interested in how you did it. And because this is great. This is the real. This is a real thing.
Yes, and it's interesting that I've had that. I've had that for 2 years, haven't I? But it's much more difficult to read a PDF than it is to read
it's lovely.
a book.
Definitely.
Thank you very much for buying it, by the way. That's really appreciated.
Pleasure.
I've made £2.60.
Well, you do.
That's fantastic. How good is that?
Yeah, I mean, look, one book,
I know. That's great. Well, I think I've sold 4 or 5. Evie did quite a good job of
and it's got, because I'm a book, there is a book smelling society, because I love smelling books. Yeah. And there is actually a group. I think, God, it's not just me then, because whenever I get a book, I always smell it.
How does it smell?
It's pretty good. Yeah, it's I mean, I like, and books can't smell, but there's some books you just think, oh, I could just sit. They have a lovely, the really kind of but no, it's paper. That's what I mean. It's real. It's the real deal. It looks good, and it's very easy. The time. Did you choose?
Yeah. We'll go. I'd love to talk through it. I've got to go now,
because I like the font. I like the layout. It's very easy read.
Evie did a really good job on it. Yeah, really good job.
Really good.
So I'm really happy. Yeah, really happy.
You should be. And I'll tell you what I like as well for these sort of books is the chapters are, you can read a quick chapter,
Yeah.
Before we go out for a walk.
Yeah.
There we are. That's quite a long one, but even that's 5 minutes,
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's quite long.
It's not overwhelming, is it?
Yeah. What you don't want is some 500 page.
I know.
Yeah, for me, this is about getting you to think, getting the reader to think. You don't need to say too much.
Right.
You could have waffled on. You say just enough to kind of. It's the sort of book when I was reading, I kept doing that.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a
think
I like
about that. That's sort of for this sort of book.
Yeah.
That's what you want. You want it to put it down and ponder on the words. I'll read it again. And I haven't finished it yet. I will finish it.
I'll be interested to see what you think about the enjoyable productivity program that you did.
So did you make that up?
Yeah, I think. I mean, it's like I say, it's ripped off everybody and their wife, but
but I like enjoy. I mean, I looked through. The first thing I did when I got it was I just looked at. I always do that.
Yeah.
All the and just think, okay, this looks okay. So enjoyable productivity, yeah. So could I read that separate? Could I just start?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I can. I'll bang through that. I'll just read that tomorrow at breakfast or something.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's very good, Dan. Well done.
Thank you, Phil.
Are you going to do another one? You got the bug now? You got the second bestseller novel?
I've not got anything to say.
Anthology of poetry? Oh, go on. We've all got a novel in us, Dan. We've all got a novel.
I don't know.
I don't know how people write novels. I really don't.
No.
It's one of those things. When you read a novel, I read a novel because I love reading. And I just think, how the hell? I just,
No.
I know I can write songs, but I'm just thinking, how the hell can they just spin this amazing that just takes you on this journey? You care so much about.
Yeah.
We begin at the end. I think it's called that. We begin at the end. It's the most incredible book I think I've ever read.
Really?
I mean, I was weeping. I mean, I was
Really?
I was all over the bloody place.
Ah.
Rosa came in and I was literally sobbing. I hadn't even finished it. I think it's called We Begin at the End. Chris, We Begin at the End. I'm sure it is. And it's just stunning. I mean, it's just the most wonderful book about decisions and how life decisions change.
Chris Whitaker.
Yeah, that's it. It's bloody amazing. I mean,
Listen,
I
I've got to go. I've got to go, Phil. But
okay.
Thank you for that. I picked that one up, and we'll pick all this up next week.
We can have a book. Yeah, let's do a book. I would love to but I mean, that doesn't have to be just anyway, the two of us, or you can, if people are interested in listening. But I'm interested in how you did it. I mean, the layout, the design, but also the process and because I'm doing mine, and I don't know. I'm just sitting there writing, and it's a bit overwhelming.
Okay, well let's talk about that. Our process, yeah. All right, Phil. Good to speak with you, man.
Yeah. Take care.
Really nice.
See you next week then.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Bye.
See ya.